Good morning, business builders. Welcome to Business for Breakfast, where business is the most important middle of the day. I'm your host, Aaron Novinger, Venti Business Guy, or otherwise known as VBG. Our goal in this show is to make you 1% smarter today by unpacking business news over the last 24 hours, sprinkle with tips and tricks to help you mind your own business. Now, I know you're not here for me. I know you're not. I know why you're here. You're here for the morning mark. No prompts required, no drinks, no gear. Just you and a functioning brain. We'll work with what we've got. Wherever you are, desk, truck, kitchen, job site, standing, or sitting. It doesn't matter. Pick one thing you will finish today. Not a list, not 10, not three, one. Now mark it mentally and write it down. That is the line in the sand. That's the thing the day doesn't get to erase. This is the pause that sharpens the edge, the moment that turns noise into signal, the tiny act that makes business owners dangerous in a good way. That, my friends, is your morning mark. Your day is officially started. Let me dive while you drive. Are we ready to dig in? Oh, come on now, people. Now, you know that as we get started every day, we I always like to give a little disclaimer. Okay, so we talk every day about business growth and the economy here on Business for Breakfast. But please remember, this dude don't hold no security licenses. Okay, this show is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and does not constitute financial advice. I'm here to help you run your little bizzo like a Fortune CEO, not to manage your portfolio. All right, all right, all right. Are you guys ready for some juicy news? Juicy news, juicy news. Oh, man, I know you are. Well, today is Thursday, January 29th. And I'm about to give you guys some amazing, juicy news. Okay. Um, Remember, guys, the purpose of today, I want to give you all this good stuff. But in the bottom line, I need you to subscribe, man. Like if you guys like when you walk by like a little store and it's got like these little fireballs and it's like, oh, just drop a quarter in, to give a little a shout out. Like it's like an honor system, dude. If you get one thing out of this show and you get 1% smarter, look, the honor system says like and subscribe. Come on, place, especially as a new dude. I ain't Mr. Beast. Okay, I ain't any of these guys. I'm a brand new dude, and your likes and your subscribes is everything for me, man. Everything. Okay. Do you guys want to know what happened this day in history, January 29th? You guys are going to get blown away. Absolutely unequivocally blown away. Why? Because this day in 1886, it was the birth of the automobile. You thought, hold on. You can't see this, but hold on. Let me move. I know this is gonna be crazy to you. Okay, so you see this? Right, hold on, right there. Wait, right there. This right here. Okay, that I swear to God. Okay, it's bona fide. It's legit. Okay, that is actually a tiny hair from Henry Ford. One of my close friends years ago knew I'm obsessed with this dude, and somehow his barber. Hold on. From 1929 to 1944, kept all of Henry Ford's hair. I swear to you, bro. Okay. You all thought, like I did, that Henry Ford was the original OG dude. No, he was not. No, that was actually Carl Benz. That's right. Mercedes-Benz, right? That's when he applied for the patent for the vehicle powered by a gas engine. That's right. 1886, the birth of the Benz. Come on, people. You know that was freaking amazing. What else happened in major world events? Oh, 1819 was the founding of Singapore. I know you had no idea about that. How about this? 1861, Kansas becomes the 34th state. What? What? Okay. Famous B days. Thomas Paine, the American political activist, philosopher, okay, born on this day. Who else? Not our favorite person, but still got to mention her. How about a little Oprah? Okay, this day, right? What else happened? Space exploration, 1998, the International Space Station Agreement. On this day, reps from 15 nations signed the agreement to establish the framework for the International Space Station. You know, the one that the astronaut almost was only supposed to be up there for like a few weeks and it being stuck up there for like months. And it was actually SpaceX, the one actually bailed them out and never made one day in history. Like none of the news talked about it, nothing. Literally more impressive than any of the previous launches. And legacy media didn't even freaking cover it, bro. Right? But The ISS was agreed upon this day, 1998. What else is going on? Fun facts and national days. Today is National Puzzle Day. And by the way, here's like a little reframe for you. Don't think of problems, everything that happens to you is a problem, because we tend to feel problems. Start to have a reframe of, this isn't a problem I'm supposed to feel, it's a puzzle I'm supposed to solve. Damn. You guys need to woot. That was a woot, right? I mean, a woot. Okay. Remember, problems are meant to be felt, puzzles are meant to be solved. Make sure everything you're dealing with is just a puzzle. Remove the emotion. Today is National Puzzle Day, people. And a fun fact for you, on this day, 1924, Carl Taylor was granted a patent for the first ice cream cone rolling machine. That's right. Before this, cones were rolled by hand, making the treat much harder to mass produce. What? A freaking rolling machine? Have you even seen that? I just see people like doing this, scooping and like pressing and crap and rolling the crap up. And I didn't even know that was even a thing. Well, who just got 1% smarter? And if you did, you know the rules. You must like and subscribe. It's an honor system. It's like taking a piece of candy from the Cancer Foundation. I mean, I'm not trying to make you guilty or anything, but understand, okay? It takes a lot to do what we do every day on Business for Breakfast. And the only requirement of compensation I need, simple, like and subscribe. That's it, man. Like and subscribe. All right, you beautiful people. My people. Who wants to talk about some news today? Do we? Okay. Ooh. Every day we're talking about Google. Okay. All right. Here's the title. Google business profiles get real-time engagement metrics. This is big, man. This is a big thing that us at the accounting firm are doing with our marketing division right now. We're working all this right now because Google is really, really starting 2026. It's all about local engagement, bro. Because every year their near me searches goes up like 30%, which means no longer can businesses be like, this is my town, but I also support these other 20 towns around me. Google's going away from that. Yeah. Now it's like, what town you live in, you need to put the top 20 neighborhoods around you and then start really focusing on that. But the story is a major update to Google Business Profile reporting now consolidates customer engagement and conversion data into a single real-time view. So business owners can now track exactly how a user discovered them via local search and what specific actions were taken. Like, was it a phone call, click, whatever it is, okay? All right, huge story for us as Bizzo owners, right? What else is going on in the news today, my beautiful people? Ooh, okay. This is actually kind of big. So this is a couple days ago, Forbes reported this. San Francisco-based Checkr, Checkr, which got its start running criminal record checks on Uber drivers and gig workers, has seen its revenue jump 14% to $800 million as companies try to spot a flood of AI-generated CVs and faked financial documents. This is a big deal, man. Small businesses never do this, and it's literally, you have to understand, we talk about the 7 plates of business like literally every day, okay? And we know plate 1 is the trade, plate 2 is accounting plate. Then we got sales and marketing, then we have HR. Okay, so the 4th plate is HR. My boy right here, Jack Welch, arguably the greatest CEO of our generation. What he did with GE was absolutely amazing. And you can read this one book. It's an MBA in one book. You can literally, in that one book called Winning, you can literally run $1 billion company on that one book. It's that damn good. And he'll tell you HR is the most important division in any company because the cohesiveness, the productivity, the culture, everything is on your people. Everything is your people. Actually, that's going to be the lesson we're talking about this afternoon. I can't even, or not afternoon, but at the end of the show, can't wait to talk about it. But this is big. HR, your people is everything. So small businesses, remember, the smaller you are, the owner has to spend more and more of those plates. And so once the organization gets, I don't know, like around 25 to 50 team members, that's typically when they have discretionary manpower to start assigning some of these plates. The owner has to always spend plate 1, which is the trade, okay? But the rest of the plates, other people on your team have giftings and talent stacks for those things. That's when you start assigning other plates away, right? But that's the reason why Elon Musk hired the first 1,000 people at Tesla. Why? Because culture is everything. The greatest lesson I ever learned in leadership was my 10 years in ministry. And my boy, Pastor Stephen, dude, I'm not kidding, man. So tight with senior pastor and executive pastor, Stephen and Brad. I talk to Brad like literally almost every day, tight friends, but Stephen taught me so much about building an insane leadership team. And he taught me the cohesiveness of the team is everything. And it's one of the few times in my entire life where, because normally you'll see something from the outside and the image of it looks like they got their crap together. But then when you get like behind the scenes and like in the Wizard and you peel the curtain back, like, oh my God, it's a freaking disaster, right? Not this. That team was so freaking strong. The dude basically showed up once a week, did a staff meeting, and the rest of the team, he was an expert at putting teams together. This is what I'm talking about. If you're a small business owner, listen, Linda, listen. I say that because you guys know I have a millennial and a Gen Z, which means I, as a parent, watch SpongeBob and Bob's Burger. I've seen a billion episodes of Bob. So you'll hear me say, listen, Linda, all the time. Understand, HR, it's the one thing that you spend the least amount of time on because you think you just need a body. You're screwing up. You need to start with background checks, make sure, and you need to evaluate these people. Is this person's gifting and talent aligned with the role? If this person, like when you're doing your interview, and you ask them, "What's your favorite hobby?" and they're like, "Oh my God, it's like love nerding out in my office, and I just read and I do puzzles." And you ask them, "How are you like in crowds? Like, do they feed you, or are you like an introvert?" "Oh my God, I'm like petrified, and I start shutting down when I'm in a crowd." Right. For the love of God, do not have that person being at your cash register, greeting customers, checking them out. Are you insane? Are you insane? Use your freaking brain here. I don't want to give you a scarlet letter M for moron. Okay. But you guys do this shit every single day. You have the wrong person handling the specific task in your business, and it's screwing you, and you don't even see it because you're spinning other plates, and you think the one plate that's the least important is the HR, and it's the one plate that changes the entire organization. One of my good friends, Robbie, he's probably on right now. This dude, he is equally as good in operations as he is with people. Okay. His gift of people is everything. And it's the reason why this dude keeps getting promoted, because you will never find another human being that is both equally as good as saving a company 2% a year because he nerds out on the pennies, who is also that good with people and leadership. He runs an entire crew and everything. His people are everything, right? I'm trying to tell you guys, it's your freaking secret. HR is your secret. Come on now. Can I get an amen? Can I get a woo woo? Let me get a woo woo. Come on. All right. What else is happening in the news today, my beautiful people? Oh. How about the One Big Beautiful Bill Act simplifies the 2026 tax season? This is enormous, guys. Here is the story. As tax filing officially opened this week, the ABBA has permanently capped the 1099K reporting threshold at $2,000, up from previously 600 bones, and made the 20% small business deduction permanent. It also restored 100% immediate expensing for equipment and R&D. Let me just explain. You guys know we do small business accounting, okay? We have done it for quite literally almost 60 years. My wife and I are the luckiest human beings ever to be able to convince the original founder of IBM, not Big Blue, but Small Blue, to allow us to buy the organization years ago. And to be honest with you, it's uh, it's not even work. I just get to wake up every day and do what I absolutely love. But I know that a lot of you guys have questions right now. Like, how does that affect my taxes? Or here's the thing. A lot of you guys have this idea for a business. Like, I've got this idea for a business, but I don't know how to start it. I suffer from paralysis by analysis, right? And so if you have questions about that, how does bookkeeping work? I got to hire my first employee. I want to like just consult and do some troubleshooting. I've got an idea I want to run by you. I don't care what it is, man. There's two ways to get to us. Okay. Number one, businessforbreakfastradio.com. Submit a question. I'll reply back directly or read it on air. Or number two, which is my favorite, speakwithaaron.com. That is speakwithaaron.com. aaron.com. You can get to me at direct links into my schedule. Schedule us a time to chat, man. Whatever you want to talk about. I need to hire my first freaking person. I don't even know how to do it, bro. Look, schedule it. Trust me, and I will call you on the exact second it is, like a freaking doctor, man. I am, if you can't tell, a little OCD about my stuff. Okay. I try really hard to kind of contain it. But also, guys, we're starting our peer advisory groups. This nobody does this, bro. Nobody. We are the only accounting firm on planet Earth that is both parts. Think accounting, which everybody else does, plus accountability. The reason why my owners and everybody there in our peer advisory groups, not just owners, but high level, high capacity individuals that have a lot of responsibilities and also a lot of goals that they want to get accomplished, but they feel stuck. You and I both need accountability. We both do. And the higher up we go, the less accountability we have. And let's be honest, even Tiger Woods needs a swing coach. Come on now. Come on. You're hearing me, right? You're hearing me. Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right. Now, if you guys want to help about peer advisory groups, we open them up every month. It's a team of 6 to 8 individuals that are peers just like you, and you're coming in with really the purpose of the peer advisory group is really threefold. One, that group is going to give you clarity. So we've got a group starting up next week, and so it's the very first of 12 weeks, and everybody brings their goals into the first session. And number two, then the purpose of the group is to, in a peer environment, hold you accountable to getting this done. And number three, which is the most important thing, help you minimize your mistakes, especially the ones that cost you freaking money, man. Are you hearing me? Right. Businessforbreakfastradio.com, speakwithaaron.com. Now let's get back into our news, people. Lots of diet. Lots of diet. All right. What else is going on in the news? Gosh, there's so much we need to talk about. Okay. Let's see here. Let me see. I don't know if I want to do that story. Let's do this one. Okay. Bloomberg, a couple days ago. Cobby Lame. By the way, it's Lame. I hope I'm not mispronouncing it. It could be Lame. It probably is Lame. Okay. It probably sounds more like French. And I'm like, you're so lame. No, it's like Cobby Lame. The world's biggest TikTok star has earned, listen to me, 360 million followers. Now he signed a $975 million deal to turn those fans into money. Boy, you do not understand the last few years. We as a people are tired of the show. What we need is authenticity. We need people that are authentic. And when you find authenticity, my only fear with people like this is they start selling out their soul. And that's such a big deal, man, because people learn to trust you based off, like you guys know, every word that comes out of my mouth for a recommendation is always basically it's what we do. I tell you, I'm a big believer in eating my own home cooking. If I don't think it's delicious, I'm never telling you about it. Okay, so that's why I can never be sponsored by a product because I'm like, then I'm selling my soul, and I can't do that. I know you guys are coming here for truth and authenticity, and once you start opening your mouth because a dollar bill is pushing you, you might believe it, but nobody's gonna trust you again. You're losing your trust. You're losing your trust. I don't know how this thing works because obviously you have a huge follower base, very influential. So obviously you get paid, but man, I don't know how people navigate that. I just don't. Okay. But what else is going on? This is big, man. Here's the title: The Value-Seeking Consumer Shift Becomes Structural. So here's the story. A new 2026 Retail Outlook report confirms that trading down is no longer a temporary trend, but a permanent consumer habit. Roughly 40% of Americans are now strictly cost conscious, even in higher income brackets, choosing frozen over fresh or private labels to save. Now, this is a big deal for us, right? Because as we shift, okay, and we're focusing more on cost conscious. If you go to Amazon, you'll see that they always have like a per quantity price. And I'm I my diet in particular, I eat a lot of eggs during the day. Okay, a lot of reasons why and all that stuff that I'll talk about at a different time. But I'm only bringing this up because I'm obsessive about how much egg costs, and so I typically will buy them in the box of 60. Actually, this week I start. There's a local farm, and I'm going to start eating pasture raised eggs. But for you that don't want to do that, Walmart or anybody sells like a box of 60 eggs, and it's like $9. It's like 17 cents an egg. Okay. If you raise the chickens yourself, it's going to be 35 cents an egg. And if you buy from a pasture farm, you're going to pay like between $7 and like probably $9 per dozen. So somewhere between like 50 and 70 cents an egg, which trust me, when you understand the nutritional value in an entire meal in an egg, it is the steal of the century. But everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing the per roll, per quantity, per serving price. We're all looking at this now, man. All of us. So it's not just me. It's not just you. What this is saying is that roughly 40% of Americans are now strictly cost conscious, even in higher income brackets. That's right. That's right. Okay. So understand this is a big trend that's going on right now. Okay. And I think so much of that is from like Amazon. Amazon started the very first, the giving the consumer reviews, the 5-star thing. They were the first one in. I think they were the very first one to start kind of doing a per serving also. So you can actually compare like on a per serving basis, which is a better deal. It's just fantastic. And usually when Amazon makes a trend like that, you'll typically see the other retailers kind of adopt it. And so I think it's really, really big for us, right? What else is going on in the news today? Let's see here. Oh, okay. So this is so freaking funny, man. This is so freaking funny. Okay. Bloomberg a couple days reported that United Health Group is forecasting a decline in 2026 revenue, the first annual contraction in more than 3 decades. Now, um, okay, without doing any homework or research whatsoever, none. Okay, why do you think? By the way, I don't have the answer. I'm just going to tell you, logically, commonsensical to me. Here's why. You know that we had a what 35, 40-day government shutdown, right? Over what? Over what? Don't even pick red or blue. Don't even think left or right. But what was it over? Obamacare subsidies, right? Right? Why? Where's all that money go? Directly to whom? That's right. United Health. That's right. When you have these companies, remember, absolute power corrupts absolutely. They've had no accountability. Remember, big pharma, big health owns the FDA, brah. You get that, right? They own them, man. You know that 90% of the AMA's funding comes from big pharma? Yeah, bro. Uh-huh. They're the ones that tell the doctors what they can and can't say. It ain't the other way around. I think you guys have figured that out in the last few years, right? And so I'm trying to help you guys realize that because that was shut down, this just basically faucet of unlimited money to all these healthcare companies for Obamacare subsidies. So United saying, we already know this dude in office ain't going to just give us free money anymore. We already know it. So United saying, we're expecting a decline, and they'll give you some bullcrap reason why, but they're not going to say it's because the Mr. Orange Man cut off our money. They will not say that. They'll say other things. We're trying to cut costs, or it's whatever it is, you know. But they understand you can't blame that dude, or this dude will come after you, right? But that's the reason why. I mean, obviously, I'm just speculating here, but obviously, after that happened, things are changing for big health, right? What else is going on in the news today? What? 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 Hold on, hold on. Here's the title. Here's the title. SBA opens new AI training for Main Street. What? What? Okay, let me explain something to you. Let me explain. Listen, Linda. Listen. Okay. The most important skill that you as a leader or owner can develop today, it's not too late, but you must start today, is learning the skill of prompt engineering. Listen to me. Listen. Mark my words. You're gonna look back a year from now. For the love of Mary, why the hell did I not listen to AA Ron? You're gonna ask yourself this question. Let me be very, very clear. You have no concept of the amount of money and time that we save as an organization because our high-level leaders use this daily. Without question, it saves us, just in what I do, about $10,000 a month in consulting and outsourcing. At a minimum of 10,000. I told you guys before. It is us, the small business. It's the mom and pop venti shops. We have to spend all 7 plates, all. So when the SBA is saying we're going to start having AI training for Main Street, and you guys, Main Street is 0 to 50 employees, and you guys know our specialty is a Venti business, which is 0 to 20, really 1 to 20, because 0 is self-employed. I don't even consider that a real business, to be honest with you. Actually, you're just an employee of your own business, which is the worst because you're paying double the taxes of a normal W-2 employee. But you get to call yourself a freaking business owner. It's the most stress. You have literally, it's horrible. Okay. So to me, 1 to 20, that's my baby. But Main Street, 0 to 50. Okay. Here's the story. Under new legislative mandate, SBA funded small business development centers, SBDCs, are now required to provide specific training on adopting AI into daily operations. This includes help with automated inventory management and AI driven local marketing. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you a dude you must go follow this very second. Dan Martell. First of all, this dude's crazy ADD like I am. He just has a little bit more gray hair. I've learned so every time I watch a dude, I learn. And all he does every day is come on just to be useful, but he specializes in AI. Dude, he's got full AI assistants running his business, bro. I'm not even kidding, man. Like, you don't understand. Go subscribe to Dan. The dude literally just learn. Your objective every day is to learn 1% something to make you 1% smarter every day. Right? Right? Do it. You must do this. This is mandatory. This is not optional. Hear me. It's mandatory, or you will be left in the dark, and your competitors are going to blow you and it's out of the water. And it's not going to be if, but when you got a business. Mark my words. Mark my words. This is that big. This is that big. Okay. Big story for us in the news. What else is going on? Okay. So a couple days ago, CNBC, all eyes are on Trump's reaction to the mother of all deals between India and the EU. Damn. Now, I think you guys understand that Mr. Orange Man, okay, literally controls the world right now and has the entire world on puppet strings. You understand? He's like the marionette. I think that's the one that does this. He's the marionette, moving to and fro, doing this because he can. He's the first dude who says, "We're going to basically work to just make everybody's lives better, and you're gonna play ball, or I'm going to crush you." What was it? The Pablo Escobar, silver or silver, silver or silver. Oh my God, Mr. Orange Man is pulling a playbook straight from Pablo Escobar. Silver or silver. I'm going to hand you some silver, money, we play ball, or take the bullet. Your freaking choice. This dude is playing straight Escobar, bro. Damn. This is why everybody fears this, bro. This is why everybody fears him, man. And India and the US have been tight partners forever, ever. If they strike a deal, and you know this dude right now is not friends with the EU, he's making up his own international order, eliminating them. If India does it, bro, trust me, there's going to be a silver or silver for them. Mark my words. And so we should be hearing the outcome of that any day. Okay. But what it looks like here is U.S.-India trade deal in very advanced stages, Indian Petroleum Minister tells CNBC. So you guys know that one of the big issues is that India has been buying Russian oil and reselling it, okay, with a markup because they get it so freaking cheap. And it's one of the big props that's been keeping Russia's economy afloat while they go to war and do all they need to do, right? And so, but Trump's been putting tariffs on India, which is really weird because we're like besties with them. But you understand, he's trying to discourage. You can't do that crap, dude. You just can't. You can't. I know you're addicted to cheap oil, but you're choosing short term over long term, and you're making a big mistake long term because you're choosing short term pleasure. Stop it. Let's do something together, right? Silver or silver. Silver or silver, bro. Straight from Escobar, okay? And it looks like they're working it out, which they always do, man. They always do, right? What else is going on in the news today, you beautiful people? Oh, here's the title. Texas disaster loan deadline approaching February 23rd. Oh, my God. Rebecca's birthday. Texas disaster loan deadline is on her birthday. Wow. Is that going to help me remember her birthday? No, it's not. No, dude. No, it won't. Okay. That is one of the problems with ADD. It decides what it wants to remember and not remember. Okay. All right. But here's the story. The SBA is reminding Texas small businesses affected by the severe storms and flooding of last March that the deadline for economic injury disaster loans, EIDLs, is February 23rd. And these loans offer up to $2 million for working capital with interest rates as low as 4%. This is the reason why we freaking love the SBA. Okay. Yes, they're a huge pain in the ass to work with, for sure. But your terms and your interest rate, nobody touches it. No one, bro. No one. Okay. But everybody knows that. You got to pay your dues with the paperwork to make sure you do it by the book. But if you get approved, your terms and interest rate, smoke everybody. Right? Big story, February 23rd, your deadline. Okay. What else is going on in the news today? The IRS direct file program, which expanded free filing, is no more, but some taxpayers are still eligible to file their returns at no cost. Now, everybody's saying this year is going to be the biggest year of refunds that we've ever seen, ever. Okay. And I'm so freaking excited about that, man. Why? Because we deserve it, dude. We freaking deserve it. We are the hardest working people on planet Earth. My mom and pop Venti shop owners, my independents, my high capacity, we're just black sheep, dude. We're black sheep living amongst white sheep. We always feel alone. We always feel isolated. It's just the way it is, man. So when people are looking out for us, the little guy, you know what? Our mascot, check it. We're going to be our new mascot on Business for Breakfast. We're going to be the Fighting Crickets. That's right. The Fighting Crickets. Why? Because we're the greatest little creature on planet Earth, but we can also put together, swarm, and destroy. But yet we're the greatest creature on planet Earth. And here's our little this is our little mascot right here. This is it. You see this? This is what crickets do. That's our mascot. We're the fighting crickets. Come on, guys. Everybody do it with me. Fingers. Do you hear it? That's right, because it's a cricket. You don't hear it. Fighting crickets here on Business for Breakfast Radio. Come on now. All right. I gotta calm down a little bit, man. I get excited for this damn show. All right. What else is happening in the freaking news, man? Okay. Another chick that I am obsessed with, who also loves small business. Okay. One of these days, bro, I am manifesting this. Me, Dan Martell, and Cody Sanchez doing a freaking conference. Are you freaking kidding, bro? You have no concept of what the three of us can do. You have no concept, bro. None. Okay. She just posted this a couple days ago. You'll make 10 times more money if you present ideas like this to your clients or leaders. And she's got like this really cool chart. Okay. And the chart basically says, and basically it's like 4 different categories. Okay. So on the top is this data, and think of like Legos. Okay. So it's 4 pictures of Legos, data. So you can present your idea like data, and it's just this pile of Legos, all colors, which is just means it doesn't make sense to anybody. Data usually doesn't have to make sense. You have to paint a picture. And I have a form of synesthesia, very similar to like Richard Branson and guys like this who usually had dyslexia or whatever. But my form of synesthesia is I literally I think in actual photographs, pictures, actual photographs. And so if I don't have a photograph in my mind and I can see what it's being on, it's just dead. It's dead in my brain. Okay. Data. And then you've got sorted. Here's another way to present ideas, which is sorted ideas, which is basically taking the colors. So black, yellow, white, blue, red, green Legos, but putting them in piles. Okay. Then you can arrange the data, which is the piles, but now you stack them. Then you can present visually, okay, which is really cool because now you're stacking. So you take the black ones and you make like a wall, and the green ones you make a wall, like, and you're starting to build stuff. But if you explain and talk in stories, are you hearing me? Talk in stories. It's literally the full house. You can see everything, man. And because of my form of synesthesia, when you guys hear me talk, you guys know that I'm literally describing the picture in my mind, which is why you guys also see it. Because if I see the picture, mark my words, by the time I'm done talking about it, you'll also see the picture. You will change the world if you learn how to speak in stories. And let me give some props to one of the greatest organizations on planet Earth, Toastmasters. This dude here, petrified of public speaking, absolutely unequivocally petrified, to the point where, and even you guys know I was in ministry for 10 years, pastor for 7 of those 10 years, and had to speak like literally every week to either a team of leaders or on stage or whatever. And I had such a problem with speaking that my voice would quiver, like I had a vocal dystonia, because you could hear my heartbeat through my throat because I was so freaking nervous. Toastmasters changed my life, bro. They did. The organization, you won't find a better group of individuals. And it's not a networking group. Like, people will network, but that's not why you do it. You come out of this thing being a really, really good speaker, and they work out those nervous tics and tendencies. An amazing organization. Amazing. So if you learn how to tell stories, go join your local Toastmasters club. They're fantastic. But what else is going on in the news today? You know what? Speaking of Toastmasters, speaking of getting assistance for something that you need accountability with, something you're weak at, let me give a couple props to us. At our accounting firm, we've been doing this for almost 60 years, small business accounting, consulting. We're the only accounting firm that is 2 parts. We're the accounting piece, which is what everybody else does, and then we're plus the accountability piece. The daily show here, the weekly peer advisory groups, all of our business owners. And by the way, whether you're one of our customers or not, you're able to get into one of the peer advisory groups. That's right. We open it up to everybody. You don't even have to be a business owner, but you got to be high capacity. Okay. High capacity, you got a lot of stuff you want to get done, and you've been stuck. You need a peer advisory group. We'll help you guys. Okay. We don't believe that things that should be helping you should be behind a locked door. This should be free to you, and it is. So you don't have to be a customer, but I'm telling you, they'll change your life. They're 12-week sessions, 6 to 8 peers just like you. 3 purposes: give you clarity on what you want to get done the next 12 weeks. And I'm being completely honest, I got a book that I've had for 2 years. I have to finish. I'm like 90% done. So this is our PAG. Our next one starts next Thursday, my group. And that is, the team's going to hold me accountable to get that done in 12 weeks. I'll have it done, piece of cake, no problem. But accountability. So you're going to get clarity on your goals. Number 2, you're going to get accountability. So you're going to get a team of peers. Like, hey, what's going on with that? And they'll ask you the tough questions because we need it, right? And number three, what else? Help you minimize mistakes, especially the ones that cost you money, right? But if you guys have questions about accounting, bookkeeping, the new OBBBA laws and how they apply to your business and taxes, you want to talk about payroll? I need to hire my very first person. I've had this crazy idea for a food truck, and I don't even know how to start. Yep, trust me, we can help you with all of it. We've been doing this literally. I spent half my week consulting with you. Okay. But you can get to us two ways. Businessforbreakfastradio.com. Submit a question. I'll reply back or respond on air, or hit me up. Speakwithaaron.com. Speakwithaaron.com. That's aaron.com. Links directly on my schedule, and we can talk about anything you want to talk about, man. Okay. So you can hit us up. No problem. Let's jump back into the news, shall we? Good. What else is happening, my beautiful people? What else? Let me reset that. You guys know because of my ADD, I have to keep a big, big timer right here in front of me to make sure I don't go too long. But let's talk about the news, shall we? Okay. What else? Oh. All right. All right. You guys ready? Here it is. Here's the title: Post-Arctic Shopping Rebound Forecasted. So you guys know because of the storm, and this is the way it always works. Okay, so retail analysts are predicting a sharp spike in foot traffic this weekend as major weather fronts clear across the Midwest and Northeast. Reports indicate that revenge shopping, consumers hitting local stores after being trapped by snow, is expected to peak this Saturday. Meaning, come on, people. If you're in service and you're in retail, you guys know what's about to happen. Make sure you guys stock up this weekend, okay, with your peeps and your inventory. You have an opportunity here, okay? And let me help you guys understand this. I'll say it to you a million times. So here's another time. You want to know the definition of success? It's simple, man. Planning plus execution equals success. And here's the ratio: 25% planning, 75% execution. Most of you guys plan, but you don't execute. If you want to capitalize on this, you got to plan and execute. Come on now. Meaning, if you want to take advantage of this freaking shopping rebound, stock up with your people and make sure you got freaking inventory, right? Make sure you're ready to receive your customers. Come on, people. Can I get an amen? Can I get a woo woo? Come on. All right. What else is happening in the news? Oh, gosh. All right. Okay. All right. This is a biggie right here. Okay, so this was actually in Men's Health. It was a couple days ago, and it was a guy. He said, "I'm a stepdad with ADHD, and these are my three biggest regrets." And I'll tell you, man, somebody that's struggled with it my whole life, and so grateful for my doctor. He's since retired years ago, but refused to prescribe ADD medication for me. And I was so grateful, so grateful. But I tell you, a book that changed my life, Getting Things Done by David Allen, without question, my top five books for sure. And you guys know this is like maybe just a few percentage. I've read hundreds and hundreds of books. But Getting Things Done changed my life, especially with ADD. But here's the article. The guy said, "I used to think parenting was about having answers. It ain't. We know it out, playa." Here's the three mistakes that he said that he made. Let's see. Let me see. I'm going to take this and what you know me, because I do this live with you guys. Okay, so oftentimes if they're trying to be like a little I don't know, like if they're being like a little I don't know vague, I'll go straight to Gemini and I'll say, okay, hey, look, um, I'm gonna say this article. I'm teaching you how to prompt right now. I'm doing it right now, man. This article was recently published. I'll put in quotes because I copied it from X. Can you summarize it in 100-word summary? Thanks. By the way, be polite to your AI. It will change your answers, bro. I promise you. It will. Okay. Let's see what it says. It's coming up right now. Right now. All right. Let's see. Come on, baby. Okay. Here it is. Oh, shoot. If you are a sufferer, you're going to relate. Okay. Number one, trying to fix everything. one of the things with ADD is you have control issues. You do, okay? And and that was really one of my big issues, especially in my 20s, man. I thought it was like my job to save the world and to try to fix everything, and it just burned you out, man. It just burns you out, right? And so this guy was talking about that. That's one of his regrets: his early tendency to hyper focus on solving every household problem, which often came across as controlling or critical rather than helpful. And man, it took years for my family when I would give feedback, because the way I would say it and my tone and everything was that I was a parent getting on to him. And you have to learn to change that. And it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. We all know that, right? And so, especially with ADD, we have a tendency to be like very passionate and very forthcoming, and we're like loud and boisterous, and we're demanding. and so that's a big one. The other thing that he learned is regretted was losing his cool. And by the way, that's a big thing for ADD, man. And literally, you have like a 1 inch fuse, and you always get pissed off. And I tell you, man, that was one of my biggest non regrets. I guess it would be the anti regret. Is I just made sure when I was raising the kids that even if I was upset or they got a SWAT, I never once, I'd be pissed, but I never once allowed myself to interact with my child when I was in that state of mind. Never once. Never once. Because my parents did it to me, and they would lose their mind and beat me, until they got tired. Okay. But by the way, that was all of us in the 80s. If you watch the show Goldberg, and what did Barry Goldberg, the dad? He said, I love you by calling the kids morons. Okay. Like, that's just the way it was. Hey, moron, go clean your room. Do what you need to do. If you don't, here's your beating. Like, it was just the way it was, bro. Okay. Like, and by the way, we had it way easier. Go talk to your parents, your grandparents about how they got disciplined. Yeah. It ain't the same. All right. It ain't the same. Okay. But that's a biggie. ADD, that's one of the biggest regrets that we have. Also, not seeking help sooner. He wished he had embraced his diagnosis and professional support earlier, right? And that's a perfect segue into what we do on the show. I do this show every day for you, every day for you. Okay. Well, I'm eating my own home cooking. So I'm the first customer of my daily business for breakfast. I need this, and so I just might as well do it with you. I figure if I think my home cooking is delicious, I want you to try my home cooking, right? But here's the thing: you can't do this alone. You can't. And I'm a big believer in having accountability in all areas of weakness, especially your businessman. All of us need a personal board of directors, all of us, to help us with clarity, to help us hold us accountable, to help us minimize mistakes. I mean, every big company on the planet has a board of directors or executive council. We have one at the accounting firm. Like, every decision we make has to go through there, and we've got to get unanimous support or we don't do it, right? You need the same thing. Here's your offer today. You're welcome. You're welcome, by the way. We offer up our peer advisory groups free to you. You don't have to be one of our customers, and you don't have to be a business owner. You got to have big things that you want to get accomplished, and you feel stuck, because they're 12-week sessions, and our peer advisory groups, they're going to change your life. You'll get more done in 12 weeks than you have the last 2 years. Mark my words. They're that powerful. If you want like your own personal board of directors of people just like you, and like, hey, and they bring in their own stuff they need to get accomplished, and as a team, we get it done together. The synergy is insane. Your productivity is off the charts. Reach out to me. Okay. But if you want to talk about accounting, bookkeeping, taxes, how the OBBA laws apply, I've got this crazy business idea that I want to get off the ground, this food truck. I need to hire my first employee, but is it 1099 or W-2? I know you're suffering from paralysis by analysis. I got you. Okay. You can reach us 2 ways. businessforbreakfastradio.com. Submit a question. I'll reply back or read it on the air, or get directly to me with my calendar, speakwithaaron.com. That's speakwithaaron.com. That's aaron.com. Okay. So hit me up, schedule us a time to chat, and trust me, we're going to give you guys accountability that you need, that you've been begging for. That's what we do. And by the way, I told you guys, this show is not free. You're only required, if you learn 1% something today, give me a like and subscribe. As a brand new channel, dude, this is everything. It's the fuel that lets everybody know on YouTube. People kind of dig this dude's stuff. And so if you don't mind, look, that's my only requirement for compensation: a like and a subscribe. And if we can, I'd like to kind of shift into our micro lesson of the day. Okay. Now, this specifically is talking about HR. You guys know this is about plate 4, the HR plate. Okay. Synergy. The theme is simple: positive synergy. So in the world of mom and pop Venti shops, this is your secret weapon for growth without adding overhead. Listen to me, Linda. Listen. It's this specific phenomenon where a work team produces an output that is greater than the sum of what each person could do alone, right? You know what I'm talking about here. You've heard this analogy before. Um, one horse pulls, I think, like 10,000 pounds, uh, or something like 5,000 pounds. But two horses together, it's basically like each horse pulls like 5,000, and then like but two together, it like multiplies it. So it's like for two that are pulling at the same time with the same effort, their effort is multiplied. That is what I'm talking about with positive synergy. Remember when I was talking about my pastors, right? Pastor Stephen, he was a genius in putting together teams that had synergy because he literally, without adding any staff, he was able to increase his output because he made sure everybody had synergy. Okay. Here's the lesson. Here's a micro lesson. Think of your business like a taco truck at lunch rush. A work group is just a bunch of people standing in the truck. One person chops onions, one fries meat, and one takes orders, but they don't talk. They just do their own thing. And the onion chopper finishes, they sit down. Positive synergy is a work team. Strap that thing on, man. These horses, we pull together. That's when the onion chopper sees the line out of the door and jumps in to wrap tacos the second they're done chopping. They harmonize. The result, you serve 50 customers in an hour instead of 30, even though you didn't hire a single new person. It's exactly what I was talking about with the horses. 1 + 1 in our work team environment actually equals 3. It's the only time this formula actually works. But here's how it applies to us as mom and pop Venti shops. For a Venti operation, social loafing, which is people hiding in the group, is the most it's the most toxic and silent killer of cash flow in a business. In big corp, a lazy employee can hide for years. In a 5-person boutique firm, a Venti shop, or a 3-man plumbing crew, if one person loafs, your profit margin vanishes. Imagine the onion chopper. When we're in Venti shops, it's like little Navy SEAL teams. We all have a job, but we all cross trained and all must work together, right? As a work team. Okay. But by shifting from a group where everyone just has a job description to a team where everyone is accountable for the outcome, come on. Whew. My gosh, man, this is powerful stuff. I just wish you guys can feel what I'm feeling right now because it's just hitting me in my spirit, man. You solve the accountability problem. You stop paying for hours worked and start getting results driven. Come on. The individual spotlight audit. This is your to-do action plan. If this is making sense to you, before the sun goes down, pick one collaborative task your crew is working on. To kill social loafing and spark synergy, do this. I'm going to give you 3 steps. 3 steps. Number 1, clearly identify one specific contribution each person is responsible for within that project. That's number 1. Step 2, tell the team we win as a team, but I'm measuring your individual onions today. Hold on. I don't. Okay, listen. Look. Okay, I just had this image of the movie Elf, and remember, like he was making the etch a sketches, and like he was like doing this, and they're like, "Oh, thank you for you really covered us on the etch a sketch thing," and he's only making like 30 etch a sketches a day, and he's like, "Oh, he's like I don't know how many hundreds behind from production." I just literally had that thought, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You're laughing right now. I know you are. I'm just thinking, Buddy the Elf making etch a sketches right now. We're gonna measure your individual etch a sketches today. Okay, number three. Tie a small immediate win to it. If we hit our output goal and everyone nails their individual task by 4 p.m., I'm buying the first round of appetizers on Friday. I'm throwing the pizza party. Come on, man. The stuff worked in 4th grade. The crap works today. We're the movie Big. We're just kids trapped in adult skin. All of us are 4th graders. Trust me, go into a bathroom and have one dude fart and tell me if the entire bathroom, all dudes, grown ass dudes, busting out laughing. That's right. We're just 4th graders, man. And all of us need accountability. The teacher has to tell us when the homework is due, right? So listen to me. By making individual effort visible and measured, you stop the free riders and force that 1 + 1 = 3 math to start working for your freaking bank account. Can I get a woot woot? Woot woot! Oh, damn. Damn, I feel good. I told you, man, I do this show for me. Well, it's time. Oh my God, man. I can't believe how fast we got through today's show. There was so much to go through, but if you can't tell, I'm like wired today, man. I'm like wired. Okay. But I always have to finish up with a Scott Adams, bro. I have to, man. First of all, he's my boy right there. He passed away a couple weeks ago, and I tell everybody, I have two pops that were the most influential people in my life. My original pops, and I'm literally writing a book called Lessons from Pops, and but my pops number two, Scott Adams. And when he passed away a couple weeks ago, the entire world mourned. And the week before he passed away, I've really felt my spirit. Now it's time to start the show in honor of him and to continue his legacy. And I don't know of a better way to continue his legacy than by doing a daily reframe from his latest book, How to Reframe Your Brain. Reframes make no sense, man. They just don't. It doesn't make any sense why they work, but they just work. Okay. A reframe's purpose. You understand that you have two parts of your brain. You have a conscious and a subconscious. So imagine an elephant. That's the subconscious. And then the little dude on top with a little whip, like pow, right? That's the conscious. The subconscious determines where everything goes. So a reframe, and listen to me, there's a certain percentage of you guys that will hear this and it will change your life instantly. Okay. It doesn't make any sense why, but just imagine. I know you all saw The Wizard of Oz. Okay, so remember when Dorothy and they're at the door and there's this huge door and that dude's got the orange hair and they knock and so it's a big now like huge door like kabow 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 and then dude opens up like little door and he's like what? And he's got the orange hair and crap like that. And it's like I'm here to see the wizard and like shuts the door. That is your subconscious. That's why reframes, if they work, when that thing comes open and whatever that reframe is, if it is if the ear picks it up, the subconscious, it will open the door and let it in, and then it becomes permanent, bro. It becomes permanent. Makes no sense why. But today, we're covering chapter 3, Mental Health Reframes, okay, from Scott's latest book, How to Reframe Your Brain, came out last year. All right. I often hear people saying, and here's the title of this little chapter, Knowing Who You Are. Oh, come on, man. If you guys know anything about this one show, your only requirement for attendance is you just got to be you. Just be authentic, bro. And I try to model this for you. I'm just me. I love you. I love what I do. I wake up every day pinching myself. How the hell do I get to do this every day? I'm like Warren Buffett. I get to freaking tap dance to work. I get to work with the greatest people. I have the greatest clients. Pinch me. This can't be real. I want you to know who you are. But it took me years to get to that point. Before I got to the point where I knew who I was, I was trying to be everything for everybody, and it was exhausting, man. Are you hearing me? It was exhausting. And here's this little section. I often hear people saying that they are trying to figure out who they are, whatever that means. If it helps, I can think of at least 4 potential ways to describe who you are. Are you, number 1, your inner thoughts? Are you, number 2, your preferences? Are you, number 3, your history? Are you, number 4, your current actions? I suspect most people think of themselves as being inseparable from their secret thoughts. If you privately harbor negative or positive feelings about something in the world, you think that's who you are, and that's unfortunate because your secret inner thoughts are probably mostly terrible. Why would you want to be terrible? You have options. This reframe reveals all of them. The usual frame: find yourself. The new way of thinking it, the new reframe: author yourself. Oh my God. You are the author of your existence. Come on, man. You can be both, man. You know that I'm a Jesus freak, dude. The dude changed my life, but I also believe I'm the author of my life. The dude changed my life, and I spend every waking second trying to live life and model my life as much as he did because he changed planet Earth. He changed me. He changed everybody. But you're also in control, man. You're in control. And you hear me say it all the freaking time, bro. Routine is the key. Consistency will set you free. Routine is the key. Consistency will set you free. Come on, bro. Are you kidding? Not a chance. A day once. No way. By the way, that was Scott. A day once. Yes, Scott, especially when his terminal cancer, most days he would wake and bake. Not a chance. There's literally, I had a cup of coffee. I get up really early though, because I'm finishing my business degree. So I'm up every day on the nose at 3 a.m. And I study and do my lessons and I write until like 5:30, and I start prepping for the show. My routine is just very, very set. This dude doesn't need, I just run. But I'll talk about later how that happens naturally on what I eat, my diet and stuff. But no. And by the way, that's a huge compliment to me, because that means my energy is on par. And that means that you guys are getting something from this. And so, but I hope that this episode of Business for Breakfast was literally the best one that you have ever experienced. You guys know, if you guys you need accountability, you guys have been stuck. Look, I'm the only guy on the planet that offers this to you. I'm the only one. I'm the only one. Because if I need it, you need it. I believe in eating my own home cooking. If I think it's delicious, I want to offer it to you. I'm in a peer advisory group. I have my own executive council. I'm starting one up with a bunch of my friends, also business owners and high capacity people next week. And so for me, this is big because what I want to do is I don't believe things that change our lives should be behind a locked door. It's what all big co does is they make a service that you need and then they lock it behind a door and make you pay for it. They make you jump through hoops for it. It is complete horseshit. It should not be that way. We should wake up every day with the sole idea of being useful and helping people, right? And so that is what we do every day. So yes, we can help you with the accounting, but we also give you the accountability. We're the only firm that offers up to everyone peer advisory groups. They're 12-week sessions of peers just like you, 6 to 8 people. You're going to come in. Literally, I'm starting one of my sessions up next week with a group of my friends. We all come in with our goals over the 12 weeks. So we come in with clarity. Number 2, we're going to also give you guys the accountability that you need, because the higher up you go in your organization or in leadership, the less accountability we have. Even Tiger Woods needs a swing coach. Are you tracking? Okay. And the third thing you're going to get is the reduction of mistakes, especially the ones that cost us money. Okay. But here's the bottom line. You guys want to talk about peer advisory groups. You guys want to talk about accountability. You guys want to talk about accounting. I got this great business idea. I don't understand the taxes. I don't understand bookkeeping, my chart of accounts. I'm confused. My business is growing. It's not growing. I've been stuck for 2 years. I need to hire my first person. I need to shift from 1099 to W-2. Whatever it is, man, I got you. I got you. There's 2 ways to hit us up. businessforbreakfastradio.com. You'll get straight to, I'll reply back or answer the question on air, or let's chat directly. Speakwithaaron.com is my direct scheduling website. Okay. Links directly to my calendar. I call you on the nose like a freaking doctor. Okay. Speakwithaaron.com, speakwithaaron.com. That's aaron.com. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about, including how horrible the Cowboys are. Oh, come on. You laughing now, playa. I know you laughing. Okay. Now, I think I covered everything, which, let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. You know for a fact that was the greatest Business for Breakfast you've ever seen. Be honest. I know it was. Okay. And you guys know, if you get one thing out of the show, the show is not free. The only thing I require is a like and a follow. That's it. Tell other people about it, man. It's a brand new show. I do this for me. I do it for you. Okay. You guys got the news. You got the tips and tricks. Now go own this day. Remember, guys, don't just work in your business. Make sure you mind your own business. I'm your host, Aaron Novinger, the Venti Business Guy, and you people know what time it is. What time is it? Oh, my word. It's time to get to work.